Molasses versus honey. Honey is a highly prized natural product created by insects from blossom nectar. Honey was first used by many ancient populations around 5,500 years ago. It's utilized as a food as well as for medical and therapeutic uses. The sort of honey produced varies based on the flower source. Molasses, on the other hand, is a sugar beet or sugarcane juice concentrate manufactured by humans. The sort of molasses varies on where it comes from and how refined or boiled it is. Molasses is used as a food, livestock feed, and soil fertilizer. Molasses and honey are both connected to health benefits and possible adverse effects. The nutritional properties of honey and molasses will be discussed and contrasted in this video. Both items are sweet and can be used as sugar substitutes. Honey progressively loses its original flavor as it becomes more refined. Honey has a fruitier flavor and is lighter in color. Honey is sweeter than molasses, especially if it has been refined to a great degree. Highly refined molasses, on the other hand, has a stronger flavor that approaches bitterness. Sugar has less moisture than honey and molasses. The excess liquid that should be introduced to the product during the substitution should be handled with caution. Each of the ingredients will provide a unique flavor and color to the dish. A study found that replacing sugar with honey in baking dough increased the shelf life of the dough. Molasses is thought to be richer in minerals. Iron, calcium, potassium, magnesium, copper, zinc, and phosphorus are all greater in molasses. Honey, on the other hand, has an 89.2% lower salt content than molasses. It's worth noting that molasses has a far higher magnesium content than honey, by a factor of 12,000. Molasses is higher in vitamin B3 and vitamin B5 when it comes to vitamin content. Honey, on the other hand, is higher in vitamin B2. Honey lacks vitamin B1, although molasses does. Honey, on the other hand, is high in vitamin C and folate, whereas molasses is low in both. Honey contains more calories than molasses. Honey has a greater glucose content. Around 82% of our daily carbohydrate needs are met by 300 grams of honey. In instance, 300 grams of molasses covers around 75% of the surface area. Furthermore, honey contains 7.4 grams more sugars than sugar. When compared to molasses, honey has a lower glycemic index. Both foods are practically fat-free and cholesterol-free. Health consequences. Health of the cardiovascular system. Honey contains flavonoids, which are antioxidants that lower the risk of cardiovascular disease. Honey flavonoids protect against cardiovascular disease through processes like vasorelaxation, reducing LDL oxidation, and lowering platelet clotting ability. Molasses, on the other hand, may have a cardioprotective impact via a different mechanism, boosting HDL cholesterol. There is no direct evidence of this effect on humans because it was only tested on rats, and more research is needed, but it could be a sign that molasses raises beneficial cholesterol. Diabetes. A study found that eating sugarcane molasses concentrate with breakfast resulted in lower post-meal insulin and glucose levels. The findings suggest that supplementing with filtered sugarcane molasses concentrate may lower pancreatic cell pressure. Honey, on the other hand, has been found to have a hypoglycemic impact. The inclusion of fructose in honey, which increases glucose absorption, is most likely to blame for this impact. Anemia. Honey enhanced serum iron and blood indices in healthy people, according to a study. Another study concluded that black honey has both preventative and therapeutic effects in rats with nutritional anemia. In terms of treating and preventing anemia, light honey was less beneficial. Molasses is a source of iron as well as minerals that aid iron absorption, such as copper, in anemia caused by a shortage of dietary iron. Molasses may be used as a supplement for iron-deficient anemia, while additional research is needed. Healing of wounds. Honey has wound healing properties, according to research. According to a study, raw honey had a greater antibacterial impact than the drugs sfotaxime and molasses against Staphylococcus aureus, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, and Escherichia coli. These bacteria cause wound contamination, which causes the wound to swell and become inflamed. Cancer. Honey's anti-cancer effectiveness isn't completely understood, although it could be attributed to its anti-tumor, antioxidant, and anti-mutagenic properties. In human breast and cervical cancer cell lines, honey causes programmed cell death. Honey was found to suppress the growth of a variety of cancer cell lines and tissues. Antioxidants fight free radicals, which can harm cells and promote cancer cell growth. When compared to honey and cane sugar, blackstrap molasses has the highest antioxidant capacity. When compared to vitamin E, sugarcane molasses exhibited a higher antioxidant capacity. This could mean it has a stronger anti-cancer effect. However, more research is needed to prove this. Disadvantages and risks. Allergies to honey can be caused by the food itself, or by pollen or bee venom found in it. Sugar and carbs abound in honey and molasses. As a result, diabetic and pre-diabetic people should utilize them with caution. When it comes to sugar sources, moderation is crucial. Finally, molasses is less expensive than honey. Molasses also contains more vitamins and minerals. Honey is more effective in healing wounds than molasses. When compared to molasses, honey has a higher carbohydrate content but a lower glycemic index. Thank you for watching. We hope you found our video interesting.